Ellen, age 7. This is Edward, age 8. This is Danielle, age 7 and a half. This is Christian, age 8. These children and others like them will try to make you understand what they're talking about on Child's Play. And here is the host of Child's Play, Bill Cullen.
Thank you. Hi there. Hello there, and welcome to Child's Play, a game for grown-ups. We're going to meet the children in Child's Play in just a minute, but first, let us meet the grown-ups. Here's a lady. We've only known each other a relatively short time, but I swear since she's met me, she's gone on to be a success. It is Terry Carlos, our champion, with $5,500. Welcome back.
Thank you.
Rich lady. That's what I said yesterday, me and the rich. They tell us about your kids.
Well, I have Ricky, who is 10 years old. He plays football. And Patrick, who is 3, who plays everything.
Oh, I was good. Ricky plays and Patrick doesn't.
Yes.
Okay, and your opponent here is Kevin Farrell. Kevin, welcome to Child's Play. It's a pleasure to have you with us. You want to tell us anything about the children in your family?
Well, I can't tell you too much about my son Joshua, but I can tell you this, that the first 2 weeks we brought him home from the hospital, he cried night and day. Matter of fact, he's 2 weeks old in about 2 hours.
He's only 2 weeks old.
Right.
I don't blame him for crying. We're happy to have
You
you.
can tell by my eyes.
Didn't get much sleep, did you? Well, in spite of that, are you ready to go?
All ready.
You ready to go, Terry?
Yes.
Okay, we took our Child's Play cameras. We aimed them at children in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd grades, 5 to 9 years of age. We gave them some everyday words and asked each child to tell us in his own way what that word means. Now, we're going to show you several children defining the same word, and you can take a guess after you have listened to each child. First, let us show the audience the word you're playing for. Okay, there's word number 1 up there. The audience knows all about it. We're going to start the guessing with you, Terry, so you watch and listen, because I love this name, and a lovely girl, too. Danielle Del Olio, 7.5 years old, from New York. Danielle?
People it's like a fight over lands. People want to control things. They want to have a lot of land so they can build up their environment, and in the old days they had kings, but now they don't. They just have like presidents and other people, Republicans.
That distinction was Danielle's, not mine. Terry, what do you think the word is?
Oh, fight over lands. I don't know. Dignitaries,
No.
don't know.
No, it's not dignitaries. And now is your turn, Kevin. Here's another description of the very same word, Frederick Stanton. Oh, he's a whiz. He's from New York City, and here's his description.
When the one country fights against itself, it can be caused by different things. By people that don't like kings, by people that don't like democracy, by people that don't like republicancy. It doesn't just include regular people. In blank, soldiers fight, not only regular people.
Do you believe he's only 7.5 years old? All right, Kevin, that's the second description of the same word. What do you think it is?
Okay, well, I'll have to say that I think he's talking about wars.
No, not wars. And Terry, it's back to you. Final description, and here's another one of our fine describers. He, too, is 7.5 from New York. Same word, Sasha Segan.
It's a war, like, say, one's happening in Poland right now. And one happened between the Americans and the British in 1775-76. It's actually a war, but it's a war for freedom.
Look at him.
Like
one country revolts against another.
Boy, I'll tell you, he not only tells you, he sells you.
I'm telling you.
All right, Terry, that's the third and final description of the word. What do you think it is?
I'm going to say battle.
No. The answer is revolution. Revolution, a country fighting against itself. Okay, we'll be back with a new word, but right now we're going to show you this and give you a chance to collect your thoughts. Okay, we're back again, so let's get set for a brand new word. And this time we're going to begin with you, Kevin. First, let's show the folks at home and here in the studio what the word is going to be. Okay, they have an idea. And now here comes description number one. Kevin, listen to Michael Campisi. He's 6.5 and from Los Angeles. Michael.
Oh boy, and the lots of doctors are. It's something that people go on and they have to sometimes guess words and stuff, and sometimes they have to. I want to sometimes that this man gives you a question, you have to write it, and this other person says a word, and that they think would feel like, say, all right, Henry is so dumb, and then they say, how dumb is he? He's so dumb. Last week, for his stew, for his macaroni, he put in a blank. And they have to, like, if they get shoe, right, they say shoe, and they have to ask the 6 players, and if any of them shoe, some are triangles, circles, and some are circles and triangles, right? and that lights up if it's right. If it's not right, a buzz goes on.
And now, Kevin, keep in mind that was a 6-year-old. What do you think he was talking about?
I'm a little bit worried because I think I understood what he was saying. I'd have to say match game.
No, it is not match game. It did sound a lot like it, didn't it? The little oops you saw over his mouth means that he slipped and said the actual word, and we always block that out. Okay, Terry, remember what you heard. Here comes another description of the same word. Age 8, Los Angeles, Elizabeth Karen. Elizabeth, dear.
Like this, like child. Some contestants come up and guess things, and then they win lots of money if they get it right.
Okay, now what do you think, Terry?
It's a game show.
Game show is right. Game show is right. That's a point for Terry. You were a little too specific, Kevin. It is dangerous to be specific. We're just talking about game show. Terry, that gives you a point. We play child's play until time is up, and whoever is ahead at that point wins $500 and a chance at $5,000. New word coming up. We're going to begin with you this time, Terry. And here's Eileen Sirocco from Los Angeles to tell you about it. Here's a word for the folks at home.
Like someone who can really use stuff. Like fathers. They can fix tires, but the kids can't. So those kids call it.
Okay, I like Eileen. What do you think the word is, Terry?
Oh, boy, that's fixed. I'll say mechanic.
No, not mechanic. Okay, same word, Kevin, being described for you by Jerusha Klemperer, age 7.5 from New York. Jerusha.
Well, if somebody in school really knows a lot of math and they're really good at it, they're better than everybody in the class, and they're good at all the other subjects in school, and nobody else is better than them, and it's like they were born to be perfect, that nobody could beat them.
It's your shot, Kevin.
Well, I'll tell you, I'd have to say maybe expert.
No, it is not expert. It comes back to you, Terry, and uh-oh, here he comes again. He's still 7.5. He's still from New York, and he's Sasha Segan, to put it in his perspective.
It's somebody who's smart, and actually an official one
is classified as over 170 IQ. At least that's what told me in a magazine. And it isn't smart, it's real smart.
Did that bit of... That's Sasha. Believe me, you can count on Sasha. Did that bit of histrionics do...
That is what he is a genius.
Genius. You're right in both cases, Terry. Correct. Okay, Terry, that's... I think he is, too. That's 2 for Terry. Kevin hasn't scored yet. We come up with a brand new word. Let us show it to the folks at home and here in the studio. There is the word. Okay, here's Lindsay Beamish, 7, from Los Angeles. And here's the way she describes the word. Lindsay.
Let's say somebody wanted a baby, okay? Or a child, whatever. And so what they did is, like, they couldn't have a baby because they were too old. And they still wanted one. So they can go to this little, like, it's a place where you buy children where their mothers put them when they don't want them anymore. And you can get one, you can buy it, and it will be your child. That's what it means.
Okay, what... Lindsay Beamish, what word was Lindsay describing?
Well, I hope I'm not going to strike out, but I'm going to say adoption.
Adoption is right. You got it? Okay. That's okay. Lindsay did a pretty good job, did she not? Okay, the score now is 2 for Terry and 1 for Kevin. And when we come back to Child's Play, we're going to shift gears and play the game for speed in the Fast Play round. We'll be back to do Fast Play on Child's Play in just a moment. This for you.